everyone, this is Karen.
Welcome everybody, this is Shane.
Today we're looking at part 1 of our story called The 3 Questions. And the vocabulary words are reward.
Reward.
Judy rewarded her son for doing well in school.
Disguise.
Disguise.
The prince had disguised himself as a beggar.
Hut.
Hut.
The old man lived in a hut by the sea.
Approach.
Approach.
As I approached the front door of the house, I almost tripped and fell.
Be careful. Faint.
Faint.
Heather fainted when she heard the news about her son. So I guess it's a bad news.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's 3 questions?
The 3 questions. Okay, so the story is called The 3 Questions.
So I'm guessing it's very important, these 3 questions. Right?
I would assume,
So
yes.
what are they? What are these 3 questions and who needs to know about these things?
Well, once upon a time, there was a king.
Oh, I know. And he wants to be like a really good ruler and do everything right.
That's right.
So he thinks there's 3 important questions he needs to know.
Number 1 is the time. When? What is the question?
Yeah.
When is a good time, right?
Yes. Okay. So like when is the right time to act?
That's right. And how about the second question?
Who?
Okay, so we're talking about people.
Yes.
Okay?
So who is
Who are the most important people?
Yes. And what? What is the most important thing to do?
Well, these 3 questions, they really do sound important.
Right. So lots of people come to give him answers, but he doesn't agree with any of them.
So what does he do afterwards?
He goes to find an old hermit.
Okay.
Very wise old hermit. And he sees the hermit there.
Yes.
And he asks him the questions.
But he does not answer. He ignores the king.
And he's kind of digging a hole, right?
Yeah. And then the king, well, he didn't get any answers, so he kind of waited there. But he thought, maybe he needs a little bit of
He's an
help.
old, frail,
Yes.
old man, right?
So the king started helping him dig, right?
And then somebody else comes. And
This wounded man.
he's wounded and then he faints.
So I don't really understand where this is going.
Well, I think we're going to just have to find out more.
All right, let's read on and find out, guys. Enjoy.
Enjoy.
The 3 Questions. There once was a king who wanted to be successful in every action he took. To make this possible, he needed to know the answers to 3 questions. When is the right time to act? Who are the most important people? And what is the most important thing to do? Desiring these answers, he announced that he would richly reward anyone who could give them to him.
Today's lesson is called The 3 Questions. Part 1. Hello everyone, my name is Jeff.
And I'm Mike. The 3 questions.
The 3 big ones.
The 3 big questions. What do you want for lunch? What would you like to drink? Will you like dessert after your meal? Those are the 3 big questions.
Mike, are you hungry? Are you hungry right now?
Maybe it's just near lunchtime.
You're thinking about food, so naturally your thoughts are going to wander in that direction, but that's not the case here. No, we've got a story and we've got some important questions, 3 of them. Let's get started. Get this. There once was a king who wanted to be successful in every action he took. And apparently, to be successful, you need to answer 3 questions.
I guess so. This guy seems to be focused on success, so hopefully these questions, these 3 questions, have guided him for most of his life. So let's check out the 3 important questions for this king. To make this possible, he needed to know the answers to 3 questions. Here they are. When is the right time to act? Who are the most important people? And what is the most important thing to do? Okay, I guess those are more important than what do you want for lunch and would you like dessert with that?
Now, if you were starving to death,
yes.
Food questions like that could make you or break you, but here, the king just wants to be successful and needs these questions answer.
So he wants to be successful in life, not just in lunch.
I couldn't have possibly said it any better myself.
Okay.
All right, desiring these answers, the answers to these 3 questions, he announced that he would richly reward anyone who could give them to him. If you give me the answer, I will reward you. Now here we have the word reward. Here it's being used as a verb. If you reward someone, you give someone something good for doing something good. Yes, to reward someone is to give that person an award, a prize, a gift for doing something good, for acting well. You guys get the idea. Now, by the way, this word reward can be used as a noun as well. Someone might give you a reward for doing something good. That's the good thing or the gift or the prize you get for doing something great. For example, Judy rewarded her son for doing well in school. Maybe she gave him a little money for getting good grades. That would be his reward, or that's how Judy is rewarding her son. All right, folks, with that, it's time for a break, but don't go away. We'll be right back after this.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。今天要读的故事是俄国小说家托尔斯泰的作品，叫做《The Three Questions》三个问题。好，故事里面有一位国王，他想要自己做的每件事、每个行动都是成功顺利的。那为了实现这个想法，他需要知道3个问题的答案。一个是什么时候是适合行动的时机？第二个是谁是最重要的人？第三个是什么才是最重要该做的事？国王非常渴望想要得到这些答案，于是就宣布说，能够给他答案的人会得到重赏。好，这边有个单字 reward， 它可以当名词或当动词。当名词就表达报答或是奖赏，那么当动词就表示奖赏或是酬谢。接华课文中。
The 3 questions. People from far and wide provided the king with their ideas, but he didn't agree with any of them. In the end, he decided to visit a wise hermit who lived in the woods. The hermit would speak only with common people, so the king had to disguise himself in ordinary clothes.
Okay, so we have a king. The king wants to be successful in everything. Okay, so he wants the answer to 3 important questions. Now, he doesn't have these answers, but he does have cash and treasure and stuff like that. He is willing to reward anyone who is able to answer these 3 questions for him.
All right, well, let's see how he does. It says, people from far and wide provided the king with their ideas, but he didn't agree with any of them. Ooh, that's too bad. So people from far and wide, people came from miles around from all over the kingdom, but none of them were giving the king the advice he wanted to hear. So what did he do? The next sentence says, in the end, he decided to visit a wise hermit who lived in the woods. That's what I always say. If you can't get an answer, find a hermit.
Mike, you have never, ever said that.
No, I've never said that, and I've never met a hermit, because hermits are hard to meet. These are people often in stories, wise people who kind of live off on their own on top of a mountain or on an island or in the forest. And they're like philosophers and sort of maybe even magicians, but they're certainly wise people that you might consult if you have a big problem. So that's what our king did.
Yeah, get this though. The hermit doesn't really want to talk to the king and people like the king. The hermit would speak only with common people. No noble people, people of high birth or station. No, no, no. The hermit would speak only with common people. So the king had to disguise himself in ordinary clothes.
Wow, very interesting. So the hermit was not interested in the rich and powerful, just normal people. The king, of course, being rich and powerful, couldn't go as himself. That's why he needed to disguise himself. This verb, to disguise, is basically to hide or conceal your appearance, who you are, what you look like, by wearing clothes that are very different from what you would normally wear. We disguise ourselves at, well, Halloween. If we're going out in a Halloween costume, you might disguise yourself if you want to surprise your friends. And of course, in the movies, spies often disguise themselves by wearing wigs and fake mustaches and strange clothes and things like that. We call that thing that you're wearing, those weird or strange clothes to hide who you are, that is a disguise. So we can use it both as a verb to hide your appearance or a noun, what you are wearing, to hide your appearance. For example, the prince had disguised himself as a beggar.
Yeah, it's kind of like on our story here.
The king
We've got
could do that.
King disguising himself in ordinary clothes. In the sentence, a prince disguising himself as a beggar. How cool.
I guess you could just call the prince and borrow the disguise.
Or just call him over. He's probably
it could
living
be his son.
in the same castle.
Who knows?
Anyways.
Yeah.
All right, folks, with that, it's time for us to take a break. But don't go away. We'll be right back after this.
刚刚说到，能够回答国王那3个问题的人就会得到奖赏。于是各地的人都来向国王提供他们看法。可是国王对每个人都不认同，最后他就决定去拜访森林里面一位睿智的隐士。由于那位隐士他只跟平民交谈，所以国王他也得穿上普通衣服，要乔装成平民。好，我们先来看单字 disguise。disguise 它可以当名词用来表达伪装或是装扮，也可以当动词用来表达伪装、乔装或是装扮。那我们常常用 disguise oneself as 什么什么来表达伪装成什么什么。好，Mike老师在解释单字时用到 conceal 这个字 ，conceal。conceal 这个动词表示隐藏或是隐瞒。老师还提到说，伪装可能会戴假发、戴假胡子等等。好，那么 wig 就表示假发，还有 mustache 它是拼作 mustache， 这个字是指长在嘴唇上面那个小胡子。好，再来看补充单字 hermit 它是指隐士。接回到课文中。
The three questions. When he got close to the hermit's hut, he ordered his bodyguards to wait behind. He approached the place and found the hermit digging. He asked the wise man his three questions, but the hermit didn't respond. Seeing how old and frail the hermit was, the king began helping him dig. The king dug for hours, but the hermit never answered his questions. Just as the king was about to leave, a wounded man came running to the hut and fainted before them.
Okay, so we've got the king. The king wants to visit this wise hermit. He's thinking the hermit can answer these three questions. But remember, he has to disguise himself. The hermit does not consort with high-ranking people, the nobility. He only likes common, ordinary people. So the king, he's probably traveling with an entourage. He's going to have to somehow get rid of them.
It's true. The king would travel with an entourage, a group of other people like bodyguards and soldiers and maybe a wise man, a chamberlain, or a priest. Anyway, so let's see what the king is going to do. Remember, he has to disguise himself as a common person. So when he got close to the hermit's hut, he ordered his bodyguards to wait behind. The bodyguards, that would be his entourage, the people traveling with him to protect him and things. But he wants them to wait behind. He says, wait here. I'm going to travel the last mile or kilometer or so to the hut by myself, so I look like a normal person.
Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about the word hut. It's a noun. When we're talking about a hut, we're talking about a very basic house, a very simple dwelling. And by the way, usually huts, they're built and people might live there, but they're not built to last. They're not meant to last. If a typhoon swept through, a hut would probably collapse under strong winds or rain or something like that. Very simply, a hut's just a very simple place that a person could live, but it's probably not built all that well. For example, the old man lived in a hut by the sea. There you go. It sounds like the beginning of a Ernest Hemingway novella.
A hut by the sea.
The Old Man and the Sea and His Hut,
And his
where
hut.
he lives.
All right.
I like the other title better.
Hopefully we'll do that next month. But let's get back to our story. So this king has left his entourage. He is going to the hermit's hut on his own. It says next, he approached the place and found the hermit digging. Oh, so he found the hermit. That's good. He's by his hut and the hermit is digging. Yeah, he's making a hole in the ground using a shovel or something like that. This is what the king saw or noticed as he approached the place or approached the hermit's hut. To approach, this verb is very similar to the verb to near or to go near to somewhere. If you're walking towards somewhere or driving towards somewhere or moving in any way, you are approaching that place. You are leaving one place and you are approaching or getting nearer to another place. For example, as I approached the front door of the house, I almost tripped and fell. But I was okay. I was okay.
Good. Yeah. Anyways, next, apparently the king pipes up. Remember though, he's dressed as an ordinary person, so the hermit doesn't know that he's going to be talking to the king. And yes, the king, in disguise, he asked the wise man, the hermit, his 3 questions. But the hermit didn't respond. What gives? The king isn't dressed as the king. Why is the hermit not saying anything?
That's right. He's just a normal person. The hermit should be happy to talk to him. Anyways, so what can the king do? Not much, but he still stays there and looks around. It says, seeing how old and frail the hermit was, the king began helping him dig. Oh, okay. So maybe the king thought, well, if I help him dig this hole, then when we're finished, he'll start talking to me. The king dug for hours, but the hermit never answered his questions. So they dug a hole, and then a bigger hole, and then a second hole, and all the time they're working away in silence. Nothing from the hermit.
Wow. Now, just as the king was about to leave, yeah, this guy's not saying anything.
What a waste of time.
And I'm digging holes left and right. Just as the king was about to leave, a wounded man came running to the hut and fainted before them.
Ooh.
Yes, this person ran up to the hut and collapsed and fell down and was instantly asleep and unconscious. By the way, that's what it means to faint. If you faint, you fall down, you collapse, you're asleep, you're totally unconscious. Now, usually when you faint, you fall or you collapse because you're not getting enough oxygen to your brain, you're super tired, exhausted, or you just don't have enough oxygen getting to your brain, so you collapse and fall down. That's what it means to faint. For example, Heather fainted when she heard the news about her son. Ooh, I hope it wasn't bad news. Anyways, folks, that's it for today's story, but don't go away. We'll be back next time.
森林里面那一位隐士，他只跟平民交谈。那 Jeff 老师就说啦，那一位隐士他不跟贵族、跟地位高的人往来。老师有用到几个单字，像 consort。consort 这个动词它有往来、厮混的意思，那它是比较正式的用字。当我们说 consort with somebody， 就常常用来表达跟某个人厮混勾结，它是带有贬义。好，那么 high ranking 这是形容地位崇高的，还有 the nobility 表示贵族阶层，其中这个 nobility 它是拼作 nobility。故事接着提到说，当国王接近隐士的小屋时，他就命令他的侍卫留下来等。那当他走进的地方，就发现隐士正在挖洞。国王就问他3个问题，可是对方没有回答。那国王看到这位隐士，他年纪大了，身体又衰弱，于是就开始帮他挖洞。挖了几个小时之后，这个隐士都没有回答他的问题。那国王正准备要离开的时候，这时候有一名受伤的男子朝着小屋跑过来，并且在他们面前昏倒了。好，先来看3个单字 ，hut 表示小屋。Jeff 老师说 hut 是一种很简易的住宅，那么老师用到 dwelling 这个字 ，dwelling dwelling 就表示住宅或是住所。好，下一个单字 approach 是动词，表示接近、走近。那么 faint faint 是动词，它表示晕倒、昏倒。再来看补充单字 bodyguard 就表示侍卫或是保镖。刚刚两位老师谈到国王身边的随行人员时，有用到2个单字，我们顺便学一下。第一个是 entourage，entourage， entourage 表示随行人员、随员。那么 chamberlain 这个字是拼作 chamberlain， 这是指国王或贵族的内侍，侍奉他们的人，或是指宫廷大臣。好，那么以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。大家好，我是 Hanny， 欢迎收看我们的文法单元。今天要介绍的文法重点有4个，第一个是 from far and wide， 第二个是provide 的用法，第3个是 agree with somebody， 第4个是 find 加受词加受词补语。我们先来学 from far and wide， 它是指说来自各地，来自四面八方，意思就跟 from near and far 差不多。这应该很好理解嘛 ，from near and far 来自近的地方和远的地方，远近都包含了，那就表示来自各地咯。好，那我们来造个例句。The music festival attracted people from far and near. 那场音乐季吸引来自各地的人们。接着我们来学 provide 的用法。动词 provide 它表示提供，要表达提供或是给予某人什么东西。常见的句型有2种，第一种就是 provide 人 with 事物，第二种是 provide 事物 to 或是 for 再加人。好，我们来看2个例句。The visitor center provides tourists with all kinds of useful information. 游客中心为观光客提供各式各样有用的资讯。The furniture store provides free delivery for its customers. 那间家具店为客人提供免费送货服务。接着我们来学 agree with somebody. 动词 agree 就表示同意、赞同。那 agree with somebody 是指说赞同某人、认同某人的意见、同意某人的说法。像如果你说 I agree with Melvin， 就是说我赞同 Melvin 的说法。好，相反的，在 agree 前面加上 dis 变成 disagree， 就是不赞成。disagree with somebody 表示不赞成某人。例如 Eric gets angry when someone disagrees with him， 每当有人不赞同 Eric 的意见，他就会生气，他就会生气气。好，最后我们来学句型 find 加受词加受词补语，就表示发现什么什么处于某一种状态。那么 find 它是指发现或是发掘，它的受词可以是人或是事物，然后后面接受词补语来说明这个受词的状态。好，那我们其实可以用介系词片语、现在分词、过去分词或是形容词来当受词补语。当这个受词补语是现在分词，那就表示是主动或是进行当中的动作；如果是过去分词，就表示是被动或是完成的动作。好，来看2个例句哦。When he got home, he found the dog sleeping on his bed. 他到家的时候，发现狗狗正睡在他的床上。宠物好像都很喜欢睡主人的床。那我们用现在分词 sleeping， 就是表达正在进行的动作。好，再来 ，They returned to their hotel room and found the door unlocked. 他们回到旅馆房间，发现门没锁。好，这边是用过去分词 unlocked 来表达被动门没有锁的状态。好，以上是这些重点整理，我们下次见喽，拜拜。
表达你落伍了吗？英文怎么说？
嗨，欢迎来到就爱讲英文，我是 Holly。
Hey everybody, I'm Shane.
你今天怎么穿这样来啊？很落伍。
我今天是很 fashion 好吗
fashion 有吗
？fashion，这让我想到，你这不可以说很 fashion， 为什么？
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 因为 fashion 不是一个形容词，对不对？
对啊，所以你要说什么？
我要说很 fashionable。
fashionable。
可是不是用在你身上。
所以我很 fashionable， 那现在说你很 fashionable。No，
我应该要说你很 unfashionable。
unfashionable。
对，如果今天穿得太落伍，就可以说 unfashionable。
好，还有可以说什么？好吧 ，old fashion。
哦，就是你的 style 已经太
很老
旧了，
旧了，对
对对对，就很符合这个
好像是很 fashionable。
unfashionable, old fashioned， 非常符合。OK， 下一个，
还有什么？还有什么？还有什么？Dated。
Date 不是原本是日期的意思吗？
Dated or outdated， 这个意思是现在这个 date，这个 style 就不行了。
哦，所以我们以今天的日期来说，这个款式已经非常不流行，所以就说 outdated 或 dated。
以前的 date 是 OK， 今天的 date 就不行。
OK，
或者是 behind the times。
哦，这个也很像，对不对？就是 behind 就是背后的意思嘛。
对，
所以你已经在时间的后面了，你已经追不上今天的流行了，就 behind the times。对，最后一个我有点疑问，played out 为什么是一样的意思？
因为 played out， your style is really played out。
就是
played out 就是对啊 ，played out 就是你这个已经 played。啊，你一直 play 太久了。
哦，所以就是我这个点子已经不新潮了。
对，这个意思。
OK， 可能之前很潮，然后就是你怎么用，人家就会觉得你很酷，然后今天就已经 played out， 不潮了。
That's right.
All right. 所以接下来我们要做什么
？Live action.
OK，live
action 很 fashion 哦。Do you think this shirt looks too old-fashioned?
Yeah. To be honest, it's a bit dated.
I was afraid it might be a little bit behind the times.
It was cool about 10 years ago, but it's pretty played out.
Thanks for your honest opinion. I'll go change. Number 1, old-fashioned.
Number 2, dated, outdated.
Number 3, unfashionable.
Number 4, behind the times.
Number 5, played out.